So my pile of unopened boxes is starting to become quite large. So we're just going to start grabbing things right off the top and work our way down. So first up, even though it's not in that picture, but first up is this. So let's get into this and see what's inside. I'm going to guess the camera, but that's not a hard guess, is it? Welcome back to What's in the Box. This is an occasional series in which I spend my hard-earned money to entertain you. Apparently, I've spent quite a bit of it, so it's time to catch up and, take a look at all these boxes and bags and other things. So let's just not waste any more time and let's see what's in here. I think I have an idea, but I'm not positive. Been a while since I purchased this, so let's see. Does it have a date on it? No, no date on it. All right, so we'll just come right in on the side here. Well, we can try. No, that's probably some weird adhesive thing. Can't get it open, so let's just cut this right across the top here. Pull that open and see what's in here. Oh, so you know what this is? This, put away dark, and let's put away small, sharp objects. So, what this is a, well, it says Bell and Howell, but it's not really Bell and Howell. It's another one of those weird marketing arrangements. This is actually a Canon Demi. Even though it's marked Bell and Howell, this is a not a Canon Demi, a Canon Dial 35. It's a half frame camera. And you can see right there where it says Canon lens. It comes with the hard case with a lot of sticky stuff in here. So I think we're going to, yikes, really sticky. So let's put that aside. According to camerawiki.org, this camera was released to the market in November of 1963. That was pretty much right in the midst of the half frame craze. Once again, another popular film format that had been around quite a while, but once Olympus jumped in with their pen cameras and Pen F, other camera makers soon followed with their own models, and this is one of them. I really don't know anything about this camera. I can tell you that's a shutter release. This apparently is motor driven, but I'm going to guess you have to have film in the camera in order to operate it. I think this is the film release back. You know what? Let's jump around the camera real quickly and see if we can figure things out. This looks like so obviously you have your lens marked Canon lens, and this is a 28 millimeter f2.8, so that really comes out to 56 millimeters, making it a standard lens. Maximum aperture of 2.8. This appears to be a selenium cell meter. I'm going to guess it is. Let's see. Here's your film speed setting. I'm going to guess opposite this little black mark here. And I don't know how you set it. Maybe it has something to do with this dial. Maybe not. There's a lot of maybes here, isn't there? Oh, I see. So you'll notice some knurling right around the front of the lens. You just simply take that and twist it to your desired film speed. So these are marked in ASA with film speeds running from 640 down to 10. That's actually a pretty generous range. That means, and it's interesting because the indicated film speeds are actually ranges. So for example, this is 80 to 125. This is 160 to 250. This is 320 to 500. So that would be your Tri-X setting, or any other film speed, or any other fast film that you might have. Not sure, depending on what brand you're using at the time. I haven't figured out the purpose of this. I probably should stop turning it in case it falls off. This appears to be your rewind button. Not sure how you rewind the film. Okay, there's a nice little thing. Easy checklist for easy picture taking. Load the film and wind. Wind motor um until wind motor until wound. That's okay, that makes sense. Clutch, that is the clutch slips. Wind motor again after 20 pictures. Okay, so I guess you wind this fully after 20 photos, you got to wind it again. Remember, because you're using half frame, a roll 20 would be, at that time, they sold rolls in 20 and 36. These days it's 24 and 36. And actually, these days it's pretty much just 36. So that means you're going to get 72 shots on a roll of 36. Check for automatic operation. Be sure black button under viewfinder is pushed in. Black button under viewfinder. Pushed in. Didn't know that could come out. Maybe. I think I'm probably going to have to download some instructions to really understand this. Estimate distance to subject. Check. And check electric eye needle through viewfinder. Compose your picture and shoot. So still haven't figured out exactly what the purpose of this is. This is how you focus the camera. Interesting that this won't shove over to, doesn't want to shove over to, whatever I said that was. Infinity. Doesn't want to shove over all the way to the infinity mark. So here's your focusing range, and then it seems to stop here. I'm going to guess that there's something that's going on here, that some combination of something that you have to press. Perhaps I'll figure it out this time, and perhaps not. Well, these obviously are shutter speeds, and it uses a Seikosha leaf shutter. I think that was a very popular shutter maker. This obviously is flash synchronization, and here's your hot shoe. Notice how the body seems to be slightly pulled away at the top and not at the bottom. So let's open this up. This apparently is I would guess that this is a switch for opening the back. Okay, it is a hinged back. That's what I was checking real quickly. Oh, look at this. A 1.3 volt mercury cell slips right in here. I'm going to guess you probably can use a hearing aid cell in here. This uses, can't tell if this has foam. I think there's some foam deep in here. Seems to have deteriorated. Let's see. Oh yeah, there it is. Yep. So I'll have to replace those foam seals before I can get this camera, before I really want to use this camera. As you can see, the shutter is partly open. Okay, so when you have the back closed, looks like you can just simply wind this. Yeah, this shutter appears to have some issues. Probably needs to be cleaned. You can actually see some of this foam stuff on my thumb here. But aside from that, sort of a cool little camera, right? So your default orientation, you can either hold it this way, or you can hold it this way. When you hold it this way, now your default orientation is going to be horizontal or landscape, which is what we really have come to expect when using a camera. There we are. So here's your back catch. And so it slips in between this small piece here and then the aluminum back. So you do have to push down here, push down thumb, and then that can slide in there. I would rate this camera to be in about a 7 at the moment as far as physical condition. Like I said, there seems to be a lot going on. Oh, your frame counter's right here. Okay, so here's your frame counter right here. It's nice and tiny. However, it does have a small magnifying lens. Still haven't figured out exactly why I cannot, and why this is moving. Why when I change the shutter speed, it changes your focus. Because that doesn't seem like it should do that. So I think I have my work cut out for me here. 3 little grub screws. Right, because these are shutter speeds. Oh, and here's your shutter speeds right here. So this is really odd. Almost like, you see how the shutter speeds don't even reach this little hash mark? It's almost like this has been turned much too far. And it's not almost like, I can tell you it's been turned much too far. Yep, there we go. How about that? Now that did pull out. Remember, it said it has to be pushed in. So this pulled out for a reason, but I don't even know what the purpose of this button is. I'm definitely going to have to find an owner's manual. Well, so this is a quickie. This is the Bell & Howell Dial 35. Actually, it's a Canon Dial 35. Bell & Howell was an importer. Bell & Howell produced many things and also imported cameras, including this little Canon. I don't know if it had to do with import restrictions or what. So, oh, remember I was saying that I thought this was a selenium meter? Apparently, obviously it's not, because of the presence of, come on, let's open that up again. This battery chamber. The fact that it has a battery chamber in here means that this is in fact probably a CDS meter. They most certainly were not using silicon cells, meter cells at that time. Sort of a slick little camera, right? This would be a great little travel camera, I think. Well, you know what? Let's clean it up. Let's get it cleaned up, back in operation again, and I'll come back and we'll do a full review at some point. But for right now, here's what was in the box, or in this case, here's what was in the padded bag. Canon Dial 35, sold under the Bell & Howell brand. So if you like this video, think about giving me a like or subscribe. And if you'd like to make a comment, please do so in the area below, or send me an email at contact@camera-talk.net. Also, click on this icon. I think it's right around here for other videos about cameras and photography. And I'll see you on the next video.